Okay.
all the usual things going
Thanks,
here.
Andy. John Tier finally figured out the password. James, Deborah, Melanie, Jamie, Raymond, Eric.
Eric,
Love
that
you
background
guys.
looks good. Just need to see your face. Remember? Get a light in front of you. All right. Okay. We want to see that lovely Eric Markham face. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is time for the Inner Circle breakthrough session. It is 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern, or whatever time it happens to be where you are watching right now, because you are with us. March 21st, Thursday evening. We appreciate you. We love you. We're glad that you are with us. And it's the breakthrough session tonight. So if you have something that you'd like to share with us, please feel free to do so. And it's very simple to do, to raise your hand or to ask the question, either way. Um, if you want to ask a question and let us ask it on your behalf, go ahead and put it in either the chats, meaning YouTube or Zoom, or you can go to the reactions button in Zoom if you're watching us on Zoom. And then you can raise your hand so that you can talk to Robert directly. Very simple to do. Put your cursor in the middle of the screen, look at the buttons on the bottom, and if you see a reactions button there, click on that and click on raise hand. Or if you don't see the reactions button, click on the more button, and then a list will appear. Reactions, click there, and then you'll see raise hand. That's how it's very simple to do, and you get to chat with Robert directly. Got to give a shout out to everybody because you guys are amazing. We love you. We appreciate you. We are now up to 7,060 subscribers to the channel. Thank you, and thank you very, very much. And the more that more we get out there, the more ears to hear, and the more we can spread the word. We appreciate you so very, very much. All right. Without further ado, let's get things rolling. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Inner Circle and our GPS to success. Thanks, Robert. Robert Hollis!
Thank you, Craig, so much. The hostess was the mostest. I love and appreciate each and every one of you. And Craig, thank you so much. Matthew won't be with us tonight. Him and Hannah had something they needed to do. So, as you guys know, family first. Yeah, you guys like the background? Yeah, yeah. It's like, yeah, it's sort of me making the decision to promote us as a community instead of myself. So lead by example. And for an opening statement, I think the only opening statement I have now is I can't tell you guys how many times in my career that or in the past 37 years that I wanted to do what I'm doing with you guys and and just build a community of people that are all helping people. And I never ever trusted myself before. I always lied to myself and said that if I step into this, that that you know, will it work? Because I'm so good at network marketing that taking this step's really, really huge for me. You know what I mean? So I'm just going to follow my whisper and it's going to land where it's going to land. So I think it's going to be pretty cool. So let's go ahead and open it up and see how I can help you guys get some breakthroughs. I know we didn't have some people last week that were having breakthroughs. So I also, love praise reports. You know what I mean? So if you guys want to, share the things that are going on with you and your praise reports, that would be awesome as well. So Craig, let's turn it over and hopefully not take up too much of everybody's night tonight.
All right, sounds good. And actually, Robert, before we get things going, I see Coach Bob has his hand raised, so we're going to go to Coach Bob in just a quick second. But I wanted to give praise to you, Robert. That interview with Ola Meyer was incredible. How many people did see that?
Wow.
All right. Well, if you haven't, there is the link in both of the chats. I'm going to go ahead and put it right there
I might have to
in.
go watch that one.
Yeah, it was incredible. It really was.
Thanks,
You got
Craig.
to you got to learn more about Robert. Actually, all in one session. I know many of us have learned about Robert over a variety of broadcasts, videos, Zooms, and things like that. But this one really kind of hones it down really, really well. And yeah, I agree, Melody. It was phenomenal.
Thank you. Thank
So
you.
yeah, please take. It's about 2 hours, but you know what? It moves. So, and some great stories, great shares. I highly recommend it.
Thank you, Craig. Thank you.
You're very welcome. And again, once again, for those of you that are in Zoom or on YouTube that want to join us in Zoom, you can click on that link at the top of the chat where it says Unlimited Wisdom Zoom link. Click there, and you'll be brought in to the Zoom link, to the Zoom room that we're in. So that being said, I think I've had enough here, for the moment at least. Let's get this thing started. Coach Bob Johnson, let her rip. Open up and please share.
Hey, Robert, love and appreciate you, Craig, and we're missing Matt.
Love
But
and appreciate you too. Tell me that you had Oklahoma in your bracket.
Oklahoma? No, I had Kentucky. I got kicked out. So
Damn.
I mean, it's well. Anyways, I gotta check it all out, Robert.
I, I, I
I don't.
guarantee you that will be the big thing on the news tomorrow. Is like, well, first night brackets are all busted.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I think
yeah.
that
I
happened
did.
last year, if I'm not mistaken. It was
It
like
did.
two of
It did.
the number ones went out in the first round or something like that.
So the one kid had 7 threes for Oakland. That was, I think, Robert. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
think someone said
and
that he. Go ahead.
he was from Wisconsin, Pewaukee. He went to a school around us. So, anyways, and he was like, he's been in the league. I don't know how many years, 7 years. He was in junior college and then came over there and he was redshirted. I don't know the whole story, but we'll hear about it. But it's
Yeah,
phenomenal and it's great. It's a great story. So,
yeah. When someone gets hot and no one can stop them, it's
yeah.
like, hey, thank you very much for allowing me to play in the big March Madness. Let me take this big team out and
Yeah, I usually have a lot of brackets, like 10 or so, but I didn't pick them at all. So I don't know.
damn, sorry.
Oh, that's okay. But I just
Anyway,
want
how do
to,
you deal with that kind of loss early in March?
I don't know.
I that was just just move on.
Yeah. Yeah. I loved your video in the snow.
Oh,
Did you
thank
get a
you.
lot?
Thank you.
I love all those that you go outside and then every time. Yeah, they're just so good. I
Well,
love them.
thank you. I'm gonna be doing a lot more videos, you guys. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I just love seeing that with the dogs and Terry out there that one time. It was really good. But I just want to mention I don't have too many questions, but I just love the way everyone's videos are coming. I've been watching everybody's and everyone's
Yeah,
doing a
I
great
agree.
job.
I agree.
I think Lisa Marie Kelly. I saw Bill's. Bill's doing good out there. It's just so good to see, and I just love the way this group, how you kind of switch this group around, Robert, rather than being about my daily choice, rather than developing people. You
Right.
know, I just love that. I mean, you were always like that, but it just seemed like it got even better. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
And then
Thank
you
you.
bring in Matt, and I think everyone's a better person just being here and around here. So
Well, we're all better because of you.
yeah, everybody.
Yeah.
right? Yeah, everybody just helps everybody out. When I have time, I love helping people out. It's just now to tax time. Oh God, I gotta get. I still haven't got my 1099s from my daily choice, but I should be getting them pretty soon. Did you get yours?
Oh yeah, I got mine.
No, I didn't get two of them. I had two. I have two positions. I haven't got them yet, so just kind of
Um,
waiting on that.
I wonder if you reached out to them if they could email you a copy.
I did. I did. It's just seemed like since that thing happened with the website, you know what I mean, Robert?
Oh God.
I think all my stuff got lost, all my information for taxes, and I didn't get it before then. So, well, we'll work on it.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
well, you do know if they don't send you a 1099 that you can call the IRS and ask.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can leave a message to the IRS because they report it. So what some people do, because they got a bunch of different income streams,
Yeah.
people actually call the government and say, or email them or do some kind of message and basically say, I don't want to mess up on my taxes. Can you please tell me what
Oh,
people reported my income to be?
oh, I didn't know that. All right.
Yeah,
I'll
because
give that
they,
a try.
yeah. So now think of this, if they send you a message back and say, we really don't have any records of you earning any income.
Then bonus. Yeah.
And so, yeah, that would be pretty prime, man.
Yeah.
Melody
So
said she got hers. Anybody else get theirs? Wow. Okay. Just you, Coach Bob.
yeah, I guess I'm so anything new happening with you, Robert? I mean, anything new with unlimited wisdom or things that we can hope for down the line? And how's Matt doing on the videos on his new
Oh, well,
project?
I haven't talked to him about whether or not I wanted to stay off his back to see whether or not he was going to actually enter something on the last moment or not. And me and him just haven't been on a Zoom. So I
Oh,
really don't know what's going on. There was a bunch of stuff him and Hannah got to take care of for, I don't know, she was having trouble with her car and it's brand new convertible Camaro. You know what I mean? So something just went, dead with the battery. But then he let the battery get too dead, so he couldn't open up the car. So guess who was the mechanic? Huh? I'm still there. He's going, Dad, if the battery goes dead, how can you use the fob to open it up? And I said, well, there's a little button on it. Press it and pull the back off. And he goes, oh my God, there's a metal key. Does that metal key open up the door? I go, and so I guess I still got it.
yeah, I wouldn't have known that. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, everything is going awesome. I'm just really, really excited about really everything. You guys, I know that you see me putting a lot of focus into unlimited wisdom and imaginator. And I just know in my heart that's the deal. And I never, ever, ever want you guys think that I don't have the same focus as I've always had on MDC. I just think and know that if someone, I don't know, all of us had to work really hard at ourselves to get us to be able to even try something, right? And so some of you that are doing videos and some of you that are doing incredible images and building things, that's you guys should all be very, very proud of yourself for those of you that are doing that. And I'm proud of you if you're not proud of yourself. So I always want when people first come in through the Imaginator, that's why I wanted to make it less expensive, because if people really get that to understand and get that to click, they're not going to need any breakthroughs because we always think that there's something wrong with us and we always think that we don't have the knowledge that we need because we're not just sold out on our imagination and we're jacked out of our mind. So when you're jacked out of your mind with that, it's crazy. I know every one of you have been there, even though you don't remember it. But it's one of those things where you just seem like you have superpowers, like you have unbelievable energy, unbelievable focus. And you just get stuff done. And a lot of us have maybe done, house improvements or, geez, I never even thought about one. Think about your imagination, whether you want this or not. But all of a sudden you realize, guess what? We got to move. How fast you can take all of your energy and focus on what needs to be done, and you get it done, including the physical moving of the stuff. Isn't that wild?
Right. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it's like people go, well, I can't click myself into gear. And I've always said to one, well, all right, so you just found out that your major source of income stopped. I don't know if you got fired. I don't know if you got laid off. I don't know if the government didn't pay itself, so it goes out of business and can't send you. I don't know what, but I guarantee you that you all have that capability to just step in and make it happen, whatever it needs to be.
Oh, I totally agree, Robert. And I think helping people out, getting them on YouTube and that, you get them out of their shell, right? And then
Yeah.
they get more confident, you know what I mean? And then you can talk to more people. And I think it's just, it's kind of a stepping, and that's how I feel about this. You know what I mean?
Me too.
I wanted to be behind the scenes and just sell stuff. I mean, I could do that.
I get it.
And
Unless it comes to sports betting or
yeah,
something of interest, then it's like a totally
I
different.
enjoy that. Like you enjoy racing and the
Yeah.
boxing, or MMA. I enjoy the sports,
Yeah.
and doing that and doing those little videos that I like. So I love that. So I thought, I'm not looking for money or anything, but
Wow.
I'm getting better and better all the time. So
Yeah. Well, there's people that it's funny if you can make that mental switch, not if, when you make that mental switch, that from the time that you get on the camera to whatever you're going to say, you don't care the way you look, the way you think, the way you sound, nothing. And some of the things that I'm really getting good at is I'd ask each and every one of you to try to find something that really grabs your interest as far as podcasts. I'm just addicted to podcasts now. And it's because I'm addicted to podcasts because there's really nothing going on other than two people connecting. And in that connection, you got a third person that's like they're not as good as Craig Jackman, but they're my Craig Jackman that's running the links and running the things on the channel and doing all the stuff, right? Makes me look good. Thank you, Craig. And it's like you watch these people connect and just talk about all kinds of stuff. If I haven't shared this with you guys yet, but it's Theo Vaughn, a comedian, and he's talking to Dak Shepard. And so if you just put in, Theo Vaughn and then Dak Shepard, and they're talking about, and you guys will find this interesting if I didn't share it, but Dak Shepard said that, and if you don't know who he is, he's a pretty big actor. And so all of a sudden he said, he was talking, I think, to a life coach or something, a therapist, and he said, yeah, he says, I don't know if I want to continue doing movies and stuff like that. And so the therapist asked him, so what do you love most about that? And he goes, honestly, not the acting and the working. It's when we're all hanging around and you got a bunch of people that are doing the same thing, focused for the same thing, all talking and just connecting and chatting up and talking about. So when you have that kind of connection and community, the very first thing that you feel is you're not alone. Because I'm sure they were complaining about agents and managers and then maybe getting work and not getting enough work. Craig, thank you very much. But it's all this stuff, right? And he said, he goes, that's what I love most. And he goes, oh, so what happened? He said, well, it was first actors, then there was a producer and a director every once in a while. And then I decided to produce and direct because I was talking to producers and directors and asking them, what you need to do. And like you guys know that happens here. It's like being a producer and a director is nothing. Why is it that people that are doing the thing that we all would like to do, they're making the money at it and they say it's nothing? Isn't it crazy? It's
Yeah.
like, so as you go do what you do, you're going to have people reach out to you and they're going to go, how you did that? Not, it's nothing, man. Turn on a video and talk, turn on your camera and talk and then upload it. It's like, what, it's like, and so he said, so why are you leaning into podcasting? And Dax was going, that's what I'm thinking. And he said, well, the thing that you love most to do when you're in acting, now you're doing on your podcast. And he just went. And then Theo Vaughn, whether you like him or not, he's like, yeah, he said, after a set, this past weekend is his podcast. And it's like, yeah, I would bring up, so if you guys do one thing for me, is when you find these podcasts that you like, go to the very first one they did. And if you don't have a click happen in you, then that's why we have breakthroughs. Because if you watch Theo Vaughn's first couple, because he apparently thought a podcast was turning on his phone, looking at the camera and talking for like 30, 45 minutes and then uploading it. There's no studio. There's not another person. It's just, hey, we're having a podcast and it's me. And believe it or not, his first and his second one, I think it only starts with number 3. So it is like, who knows what he said with 1 and 2. It's like, I can't be this embarrassed. But I just know that I know moving forward, the people that can build communities that know, like, and love each other and support each other, it's gonna make a huge dent in the universe, without a doubt.
I totally agree. Yeah, that's all I have, Robert. Thanks
Thank
a
you,
lot. Are you
Bob.
going to do are you going to do a podcast?
We already started one.
Well, did you?
Yeah.
I must have missed it. I'm sorry. Is it on can I get hold
You
of
go,
it
you
on?
go, you go to our YouTube channel and click on podcasts.
Oh, I was thinking on Spotify or whatever, if you had one on there, or Apple.
I hear the call out. I'll get it done.
All right. All right. I'm
So
just
you
saying.
don't think I'm a real legit podcaster? I get it, Coach Bob. I get it.
No, I mean, when I go to
No,
work out and
no.
stuff, I listen to that
heard ya.
Alex guy.
It'd be like someone saying, did you see me on television? And Coach
Oh,
Bob would go, was it Fox or CBS, NBC, ABC? No, I was you on HBO or Netflix? No, then Robert, you really wasn't on
okay.
TV.
Okay. It's past my bedtime here in Wisconsin. I'm going to
Wah, wah, wah.
Oh, I love
Hey.
that. Hey, I love
Hey.
it, Craig.
Hey, I'm not
You
going
are-
to allow you. I'm not going to allow you to apologize. I think you're absolutely correct.
Okay. I love that though. I love the sound effects. Is that the first?
Oh, I've done that. That's for a while.
That's
Oh,
Craig from his mouth. It's like crazy.
is that really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
here. Wah, wah, wah.
Oh, I'm out. Thank you
Hey.
very much, Robert.
No,
Craig.
you're not yet.
I've lost.
You're
What?
not yet, Bob. How can people watch your broadcasts?
Oh, it's on
Is it only
I'll
Instagram?
put it on here.
Yeah,
no,
put it in the
it's,
chat if you will.
I'll put it in the chat. Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I think
it's just a little minute
It's
things.
just
guys-
a little minute.
can go
Come
on
on,
there
I'm
and
going to
see-
come down on you now.
No, he'll post it.
Wah,
You guys,
wah, wah.
you guys can go check him out and see what he said the brackets were going to be.
Not good. Hey, my comments, they're not going to be good today. So,
Well, don't forget you got tomorrow because it's still first
okay.
round.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
Hey, Coach Bob comes on there and says, "Well, today we're talking about none." Hey, Coach Bob, wasn't that there's always this thing I always thought that was fun with sports, especially when you're on any playoffs, right? It's
Right.
like your favorite team is whatever you say it is, and then your other favorite team is the one that beat your team.
Yeah.
I used to hear people when Tom Brady was with the Patriots, and it's like, well, my favorite team is Miami, and whoever beats the Patriots. It's like, oh, that's great.
All right. Thanks so much,
Oh,
Robert.
Jamie just asked, is your podcast on Spotify?
No, it's not. I don't. That's a good one, Jamie. Hey, we want
Uh,
another poem tonight.
yeah. Oh my God. See, these are the way inner circles should be, huh? It's like we're
Yeah.
all laughing and having a blast. Okay, thank you, Coach Bob. Greg, back to you.
Love you, Coach Bob. Thank you so much, and
Love you.
please post that Instagram link
All
in the
right, I
chat.
will.
All right, good. Thank you. I see that Sandy Baker has her hand up and Santa Corky, so let's keep her going. Santa Corky, unmute, please, and share with us.
Okay. Hey, great. My podcast is on Spotify.
Is it really?
Yeah. I have to
Nice,
check with Michael for sure, but I think we're there. But
nice
yeah, he
plug.
said
Nice,
he got us. That was his mission, is to get us out there. So
yeah, nice plug.
thanks.
What's going on?
Hey, um I have since I had my rotator cuff surgery, I've it's really kicked my butt.
I'm
Not just
sorry.
that, but a little over a week ago, I was at the emergency room. I had some complications and, you know, had to get through a bunch of stuff. Was very ill, actually. I have diverticulitis now.
Oh,
It's what old people get. It's a infection in your gut. So,
Oh,
yeah, and I'm just getting over it. I took my last antibiotic this morning. So,
excellent.
but I don't know if that's why I'm feeling like, oh my gosh, it's just I'm
Of
feeling
course you are. Come on.
it's feeling rough and tough. But in the last 2 days, I did take my electric bike out and drive it again, so that was good.
did they win?
Got any energy to do that, but
Well,
I didn't go live for over 8, 10 days. I didn't go live at all. I just
wow.
yeah. So I didn't come on to say that. Other than I
Well,
know
we're sending you your energy your way for speedy recovery. I know that now that you're better, I know that your Mike reached out to me and told me that to send you some prayers and energy. So I did.
right. Thank you. I'm telling you, I'm a lot better. I'm coming out of it. Now it's kind of like I've got to regroup. TikTok is, I had huge success in the last 2 years, but with everything going on, it is just shrunk down to uh just I mean, I could go on, and you've heard me talk about this before. It was kind of
Yeah.
going that
Yeah.
way. And people say, "Oh, Santa, it's seasonal," and yeah, but I started growing this at 125,000 people joining per month in March. But I
Yeah.
think TikTok has a way to cast you out there if they want you to. It doesn't matter anyway. My mental, I'm it's not a concern as much it is, what do I do now? It's like I'm shifting. God's saying, okay, maybe you need to go this direction. Michael, I told him, I helped him, send him in kind of his own direction to, get some things going while this time is here, because come back in the season, it'll go nuts again. I mean,
Yeah.
we just landed a sponsor deal for Timu, the little app where you order stuff.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
Yeah, yeah. So, it's not a big one, but it's something at this time of the year. It's good. So, but and I have the Cheer Choice Awards coming up where I'm going to see a lot of great creators and I got good stuff happening. But what it reminds me of, I guess, Robert,
You're
is
you're
when
you're also presenting at the awards, right?
yeah, yeah, I get to present too. So, yeah, it's just amazing. And I had one of the writers reach out to me and say, "Hey, would you like to have somebody co-host, co-announce with you like they do at the Grammys, when they're handing out, they usually have two people." I said, "Yeah." And then I mentioned a person that I would like to do that with. He's a producer and he's become a really good friend. And I invited him to see if he would. And then it come back to me, which it just really blessed me, is they said, no, because you're presenting for, I want the founder said, I want Corky to do the motivation and inspiration talk for 2.5 minutes.
Oh my God.
That's a big leap for this old cowboy. I'll tell you what.
Just, 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 just go to your heart space and it's all over.
Yeah, yeah. I'm excited about it, a little nervous. Of course,
Now,
I
are these
want to
awards just for TikTok?
no, no, this is from all the platforms, any and everybody. It's not just TikTok. It's mostly probably YouTubers and that kind of stuff.
Got it.
TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, most of them are all on different platforms too.
Do you know
So
that? Does anybody plan on streaming this someplace?
I don't know if it's going to be streamed because they sell tickets to get to it's a fundraiser. The tickets
Oh,
they
got
have,
it.
it's a fundraiser for
Now, if these
Cheer
guys
US.
understood social media that you guys do, they could raise funds for money for its streaming.
Right. That's a great idea. They should do that. I will mention that to Danielle. She's the founder, and that is a great idea, matter of fact.
That's why I'm
Uh,
here.
right. I will mention that to her because that's funny she hasn't thought of it. Maybe she has and she decided because they could charge a little bit for that stream, right? To be
Yeah,
part of it. Yeah. Like like all the other guys, the big trainers and stuff do, you know. Yeah, I've actually paid for streaming from home to some of
absolutely,
VidCon.
absolutely.
So yeah, and I don't know if you're familiar with Think Media on YouTube.
Think Media.
Think Media.
Yeah,
How about you,
yeah.
Craig? Okay. Yeah, their VidCon is going to be the next weekend after Cheer Choice in Las Vegas Awards. So they have a big VidCon gathering of
Do they
all.
really?
Yeah, it's huge. Yeah, it's really big.
That's crazy. Who knows? Down the road, maybe we'll be part of it.
Please, let's do it.
Yeah.
No, let's have our own Wisdom
Wait,
Con.
there you
Wisdom
go.
Con.
Have our own. How many people like that?
I think that's what we should build for is have a whole
Thank
platform in
you.
that area.
Thank you.
And there's a lot I'm learning just being around Spread the Cheer USA is what we could do with Unlimited Wisdom Foundation, Um, there's just a lot that we could do on raising money and getting
Oh,
sponsors.
no doubt in my mind. I'm looking
Yeah,
forward to learning all that. There was
yeah.
one guy that he always told me his name is Bob Vickers. I think I brought him up before.
I have heard of Bob Vickers.
Yeah, there's no one on the planet that knows more about grants than him.
Oh, okay.
So he's got a website. I don't know if it's still up. My son built it for him. It's called Ask. Um, darn it, it'll come with Artful Askers. Artful
Oh,
Askers.
I think I've heard that.
Yeah,
Probably because you
so
mentioned it.
yeah, and yeah, people reach out to him and he knows how to get people grants. And so he always told me, he said, hey, if you ever do a nonprofit, he said, you got to reach out to me. And so that's been a whisper for me to think that this guy knows how to get grants and stuff for nonprofit organizations because
Hmm.
I know there's a lot of people that are thinking about it. So
Yeah. Yeah, if there's anything more I can do, I just had this feeling I'm supposed to ask if there's something I could help in that nonprofit as Santa Corky and what I've done.
well,
We
you're
need
already
to,
part of it. You're
yeah,
already part of it.
right. But I would love to go give some toys to kids.
Yeah.
I would love to, I would love to help Lisa Marie with, her, buddy's place on something, I don't know. I'm so wide open right now.
Yeah.
I'm so
And
excited.
I just know that it'll come to you. You know, what a lot of times is I think that everybody needs to know as you're moving from one area to another is that we constantly struggle with our own thoughts and our own voices. You know, we think,
Constantly.
we're supposed to do this and this sounds great and this sounds great. And just always understand it's so easy to get it out of your head into your heart by simply asking questions. So we don't ask for help. It's like, I need a clear definition to this answer.
Right.
Please help me. And it's like we keep throwing it around in our heads instead of asking questions and listening for that whisper. And
Right.
it's like I shared with a friend just recently. I said, listen, if you can get quiet enough, whatever you do to get quiet, and I said, just simply ask, uh, what did you tell me to do that I'm not listening to?
Oh. Oh. Uh,
There was your zinger for the night.
Pop. Yeah. Yeah, because I was thinking earlier because I know you've been through companies that have, and I've been through a couple companies too that I had some success and then all of a sudden, whoosh, it's washed out from underneath you. And that's kind of what it
Hard
feels like
with
TikTok has done
TikTok.
for me. It's kind of washed. I still
Right.
have the following. I still have everything there. I love seeing the people. Instead of 2 and 3,000 people, I'm getting 200. I love on those that are there, but it's
Right.
not changing. It's not, I don't feel like I don't know.
And there really isn't anyone at corporate that you can reach out to and ask them what has changed and what had happened.
well, I'm going to have a meeting Monday with, I have a live, I mean, manager from TikTok corporate. So,
Good.
she's introduced me to my new manager because she got, promoted. So she's, handing her people over. So, and,
Yeah, because that would be, what changed, what went this way, what went that way. It's like,
yeah, and you know what happens, these big corporations like these companies, they always want you to go battling, it's a I don't know if you understand what battling is in
no,
TikTok.
sure.
Okay, battling is if it would be just like this, me and you, but you have your team, I have my team, and they start gifting you. They start gifting you, and it's a big battle. And from what I've seen, because not all of people are as nice as you and I would be to each other,
Right.
but they make tens of thousands of dollars a day, some of them, and no exaggeration. But
I
I'm not
believe it.
that competitive person. I mean, I am competitive, but I don't want to sit there and go, come on, team, give more, give more,
Yeah,
give.
but your audience, I would never ever do that to my audience.
Yeah. And I tried it for a while. I had some success, but it wasn't my inner core. It wasn't my values.
Right.
It just was not me. And some of the people that were
Because you
put
would
through.
think that, I can see where a certain, the people that are making $10,000 a day doing battling like that, I can guarantee their audience is totally different.
Totally. No, no, totally. Exactly. That's the whole thing. Um, I, I do mine is I help them in so many areas the best that I can possibly do
Yeah.
over, social media. And That's what, I've built my whole thing on. But when it comes to that battling thing, I just couldn't. Some of them are very foul with each other, but they
Sure.
have they have their own friends. It's so fake. It's obnoxious to me
Yeah.
because it's
Hearing
so
you explain it.
superficial.
Yeah. Hearing
And,
you explain it.
huh?
I said, hearing you explain it just doesn't,
Yeah,
I,
and
that's not, that's not
if
you.
I don't know if you still are on the app, go look and follow a battle when they're battling and they're sending gifts. The gifts are going like crazy, but man, some of these people I know they're spending their checks for just a little bit of attention to send that kind of
Uh,
gifts to them and stuff. And that's just not me.
no,
So, but these big corporations, that's how TikTok makes a lot of money. I mean, billions and
I
billions.
had no clues. I still know nothing about TikTok. I wouldn't have
Yeah.
anything on TikTok if it wasn't for Craig.
Right. TikTok can be a great thing. Obviously, it's changed our world, and we've been able to change a lot of people's worlds and help a lot
Yeah.
of people and do a lot of things. But it can be like all the other platforms, it can be really negative and awful too. And but
This this little light of ours, we're gonna let
exactly,
it shine.
that's exactly what I feel when I'm there. I'm supposed to be there to shine my light. I don't have it here, but I have a Why Is It Easter book I'm going to read here
Oh, very
coming up.
cool.
So why Easter? And it's going to be really cool. It's written by a guy I follow, and he wrote a really cool book. I can't wait to. It just came out and got it. So I'm going to read that a few times before Easter comes up. Just see,
Excellent.
but I guess the other part of that is, like I said, you've been in companies that have washed out and go, doors are shut. Okay, now what? And
Yeah, but it seems like every experience is way different. Like not that a person should sit around, but I just know that all the people that I'm hearing, and maybe I'm bringing that to me, is just that, YouTube is without a doubt just, and whenever YouTube decided that they were going to change everything to make it to a point where they were going to capture, and then I just, hearing all the stupid stuff that's happening in the government with TikTok, that'd be very, very hard for, I think, some people to want to jump in and try, like today, start building an audience in TikTok without you knowing what's going to really happen.
right, right, and I've heard all because I really I get it all. I watch it
Oh,
all. I
come
try to,
on. Yeah.
but it just comes down to uh, one side feels that it's destroying our children. The other side believes, well, if we stop it, it gives the government more control. And we've given the government enough control. If
Yeah.
we let the president able to cut something off because we don't agree with what they say. So I think TikTok's going to be there. It's going to go through some stages,
Yeah.
and they're doing this. Everything is so political now. It's crazy.
And
It's so political. But in the
that's that.
meantime, I do what I'm called to do,
Yeah.
and with what we do, and then, but Robert, I love what you said. Is just be quiet and listen for the thing that maybe I should be doing that I
Yeah.
didn't do.
And
And that's a good one because that's
that's
so far left. That's what I needed to hear. That's
it,
so
it,
far.
it's that whole thing again about, I know I shared this story before, but it's like, this guy's just out walking, they're camping and he decides to walk out and he's following the moon or whatever. And he falls off a cliff. And so while he's falling down the cliff, he's got his arms out and he catches a limb by his arm and it slows it down just long enough so he can get a hold of it. And now he's in the dark, but nothing but moonlight. He looks down, he can't see nothing. And he starts screaming out to God, going, please save me, please save me. And he's like, let go.
No.
And it's like, I can't. I can't. So they're going back and forth to the point where he finally can't hang on anymore. And he says sort of his last prayer or whatever. And when he lets go, he's a foot from the ground. So he lets go, think he's gonna die,
Yeah,
and just just bounces a little bit. And
right.
it's like, yeah, yeah, that's that constant thing where we fight so hard to keep hanging on to the things that if we let go, the other one popped in my head right now where I know you guys have seen it, and it shows Jesus down on one knee and he's trying to get the girl to give him a little teddy bear. And behind his back with his other arm, he's got a way bigger teddy bear.
Oh yeah.
But it's like, if you give me this one, I got something else for you. And it's like, I because that's the hardest place for you right now. And thinking that, because when you catch momentum in something, it's like, again, you didn't have a little success. You by America's standards, you had massive success. Anything over 54,000 is like massive. And so for you to get that, and then all of a sudden it seems like it's sort of going backwards a little bit. I would just think that, no, go back into the mental place that you were when everything was really flying with TikTok, and just know that you can imagine that with any other social media.
Right. Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly.
Because you were in the tractor beam, you were exactly where you needed to be. So
Right.
just
Right.
maybe go back to that kind of mentality, and start producing, videos on YouTube and watch them go viral.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point, Robert. And I'm set up. I got all the cameras, equipment. There's not a thing I need to be,
So
you
maybe
know.
TikTok was, just your springboard to what you're
Right.
really going to be
Right.
called to do.
Right. Right. No, no, I believe that with all my heart. I'm fortunate that it did happen because I'm not starting at square one,
Yeah,
zero.
yeah,
I,
absolutely.
so
Oh,
I'm
I'm
blessed.
proud of you. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
Love
Really
you, Corky.
love you too. Greg, I might talk to you on how to do my speech.
Sounds good. Let's go ahead and
Okay,
chat about it.
I would love
How
to.
exciting.
Thank you.
Congratulations too.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Robert.
Thank
Thank you,
you, Corky.
guys.
Love you. Have a good night.
You too.
All right. Thank you, Santa Corky. Got 3 hands up.
Okay.
Kai Al, Bill Shoemaker, but first, Sandy Baker. Sandy, go ahead, open up and please share with us.
Hello, hello. So I just have a couple of things real quick. And first of all, I was snooping on Robert's Facebook. And I saw that Robert has his YouTube channel linked in his Facebook. So now I do too.
Yeah, yeah,
And,
yeah.
and the second thing is literally like 2 seconds. I had to cut the video off so I could come over here. I was getting down on myself because my YouTube channel, is not doing anything. I'm putting stuff out there. Nothing's happening. Nothing is happening. And so I click on this video, which, funny enough, Corky, it was Think Media. And they were doing a talk with Mr. Beast.
Wow, yeah.
And Mr. Beast said, your first 100 videos are going to suck no matter what, so just keep doing it.
Hey, and I can resemble that remark. The only thing that I lost a YouTube channel. It was like 3 times the size of the one I have now. And I lost it, totally lost it. So I also lost some of those very first videos that I did. And it's like, so that's why, and I found out later they did it within 1 week. Me and Ray Higdon both lost our YouTube channel. So it was like we were being targeted or something. And, but both of us admitted to each other that we did have stuff on our YouTube channels that weren't ours.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So yeah, that was a owie, but then to get started all over again, you know what I mean? It's just constantly in this day and age, I keep telling people, just focus on sharing stories about yourself and things that you had to go through to get you to where you are.
I know, I need to do that, and I know I need to show my face because I know I'm not going to be faceless the whole time. But that just scares the crap out of me sometimes still. But I will be doing it. Don't ask me why, I don't know.
That's the reason for the 100 videos.
I know.
Yeah.
That's what I wrote it down. It says, Mr. Beast, first 100 videos are going to suck. When you get to your 101st, talk to me.
Right. And Sandy, if you did exactly what you just did on a video, people would love it.
I'm going to. Okay, I'm going to. I actually thought about doing that.
Hey everyone, this is just part of my 100 videos that suck until I get to where I need to be.
Oh, that's good. I'm going to do that tomorrow. You watch me.
It is like, here I'm doing another video, wondering if people are listening to me, sort of looking how, my forehead's a little oily and a little shine on this banner. You know what I mean? It's just so funny that people just love that. They just love it, love it, love it, love it. And again, it's this weird thing that the more we lift ourselves up or someone lifts us up in a video.
Whoa. Hold on.
What?
I think my YouTube just started going up here. Let me get out of there. Sorry about that. All of a sudden, my YouTube just started talking to me.
Well, that's magic. If you won't listen to me, Sandy, listen to your YouTube channel.
It was the Mr. Beast one, too. He heard me talking.
That I really don't have to say anymore. You know what I mean? It's but yeah, it's just keep asking yourself out loud, why am I making me the issue?
I know.
And just say, I'm doing this for other people.
Right.
I know things that can help a lot of people.
Right.
So I know the more that I give, the more I get. And the more I get, the more I give. And the more I get. The more I give, I get. And it's just, you have a voice that can help millions of people. And
I do. I have a voice that's going to help so many women just love themselves.
Yeah. What's that worth?
Everything.
Pretty interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I had.
We believe in you.
Thank you.
We believe in you, Sandy.
Thank you.
You bet.
Sandy, thank you so very much. Appreciate you. Okay, let's do that and that. So, Sandy, I'm going to post that link about Mr. Beast shares his best YouTube advice in the chat, if you don't mind, Robert.
No. What is the other one? VidIQ.
Yeah,
VidIQ and Think Media. It's yeah, those are the two. I learned something from them all the time. I just think they're cool.
Yeah, and I've posted the VidIQ link in the chat before. I'll go ahead and make sure to do VidIQ as well as Think Media. All right, VidIQ and Think. There, there's just some notes there so that I can move on. All right, now I know that. Do we have time for 3 more?
You tell me.
Okay, well, it's 7:54, and I know that we need to. I think we were going to just try to wrap up at in about a half an hour. So if that's okay.
Yeah, let's get it done.
Okay, I'm going to bring in Deborah Bronner. Deborah, I know you said you had your hand up and you had some issues last week, or at least you wanted to share last week. So go ahead, Deborah Bronner. You're next. Bill Shoemaker, Kai Au, you guys are coming up, and thank you for your patience.
You bet.
Howdy, guys. Good evening.
Deborah, wow, you are glowing today.
Robert, I'm just so excited to be here with my family, the inner circle. I enjoy this tonight. I would have paid for all the belly laughs I've gotten. You know, I'm so excited I'm on the Inner Circle Live, but on the AMA last week, Deborah, who you've known and spoke first. She kind of like said everything I was going to say.
Oh, I
But
see.
no, she couldn't have because I'm unique.
You are.
But yes, and I'm embracing that. And so, what I want to say to you, oh, Robert, a few months ago, I told you that you taught me how to dream again. But boy, as a little girl, I'm going back to all these things. I'm even remembering at age 5 how I really wanted to be the first woman astronaut. And
Wow.
yeah, I had big dreams and goals as a little girl. And I remember record players with the little 45s that kids could do. I
Right.
remembered one of my favorite records. I don't sing, but my pony macaroni is my favorite pony. I mean, those things that used to I'd play over and over.
Oh my
And
God.
the melody yesterday. Melody is, I call her Queen M, Queen Melody, or my hashtag Angel Melody.
Oh,
And
thank you, Melody.
anyway, Robert,
Awesome.
let me tell you, when you are getting downloads, and you kind of look up, your eyes go up. I have got to see you as close as possible because I remember getting downloads, is what I called them, every Sunday or Wednesday night when I prayed for people at church.
Right.
And that's the person would tell me their prayer requests. I'd put my hand on their shoulder, whatever, and I'd listen. And oh my gosh, God just poured into me what he wanted me to say. But the amazing thing, it always, whatever it was, helped me as well.
Always.
Only God
Always.
can do that. Yeah. And so, I told you when I first started thinking about things that I'd like to do, it was blessing pups. Well, that's still up there,
Good.
But when you opened up with imagination and dreaming, it was like captured my soul and spirit because that has been something I have been just into my circumstances. But now I totally know, especially since all week long, I choose happy in the morning and I just start imagining my life in better circumstances. So, and what I could share. And I mean, I'm really, really excited about ChatGPT. I'll talk to Matthew about it. But mostly what I want to say to you, I loved how you started talking about the mechanic in the family. Still, you are what you were.
Yeah.
It's not that we lose it. We don't use it as much. So what I'm thinking when I saw what Matt was creating, I graduated film and TV at San Diego State University. And when I was at the affiliate, they have you do everything. You direct one day the news, you edit, you do audio, camera, etc. So I never liked to be in front of the camera. It's really weird. I can compose well, composition of, and I can edit. So I saw a new way for me with AI to use my imagination. On that rough video, I saw it the day it aired on Sunday's show. And then again with you, but wow, it's like, oh, wow. Just like when you could help your son with the car thing, I could maybe help people edit or suggestions. My first job out of college was doing educational movies. So all those, and then animation.
Like PBS kind of stuff.
Exactly, PBS. Yeah, KPBS in San Diego. Yeah. And then Department of Education, 16 millimeter, cutting and splicing back in the day. And then actually, this is funny to think of, in college, you had to do animated, little short movies. And my uncle was a ham. And so we did an animated story about him eating watermelon and swallowing the seeds. Okay, so it's 1-2 frames at a time. And then you see his belly like a watermelon's inside pushing out his tummy. It turned out to be really cute. I wish I could find that, but
that would be
the
fun.
mind goes, the flow happens. I'm just excited. I found out I was at Best Buy getting a new phone, and anyway, I found out that Samsung they have a phone with AI, but now tomorrow they're getting not a tablet, an iPad from Samsung, or maybe they don't call them that with Samsung, but anyway, it's got AI built in. So that's interesting. That's exciting.
I mean, the stuff that's going to come out, Matt sent me a whole deal on NVIDIA, just came out with a computer chip that's faster than any computer chip, like by far, that they've ever created.
Right.
And so now they're saying that AI will be faster, everything's going to be faster. I'm going like, wow, it's just so cool.
I remember, and I still am, just like you on the part where, remember when Matt, was what, a year or two ago, instructed you or got you to change your mind and switch to streaming channels and throw out the cable box?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I'm just like that. I want to learn. I'm eager to learn. But, it's hard to give up the old. I still got my cable box, but I want to learn how to get rid of it.
It's just the easy things that we all learn to do. And I don't remember, someone reached out to me, and they're, like in their 60s, and they said, I can't tell you how stupid I feel today. And he said, Robert, you told me that I could go to YouTube at any time, and in YouTube search, just exactly write the words the way I would ask the question. And he said, I did that yesterday. I spent 4 hours on YouTube, and now I'm mad. I'm mad at myself because you told me that I could do this years ago. You told me that. So, because he was the person that was always saying, I'm not good with technology. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do this. And back in the day, I know you guys, already know this, but the stuff that Robert Hollis, had to do to create, edit, and get a video online.
Oh my goodness.
It's just ridiculous.
Exhausting.
And then even recently in the last 2 years, 3 years, me using, products like ScreenFlow and using all these things. And I watched a video the other day, and this guy was talking about how fast he could edit a video. And he had an Apple, and he just grabbed on QuickTime, and I didn't even know that you could click on QuickTime, close the file opening, and then click on it, and you can record your screen, you can record audio, or you could record a movie. And then he said they used to have this product called Movie Maker, but now everything's in QuickTime. You don't need it. And then this other guy's going, I don't know why you bother doing that. Why don't you just take your unedited video and load it up on YouTube, because all the editing tools are in YouTube? And I'm just going, what, for free? So, I got to learn how to use the editor, because that's the neat example, Deborah, exactly what you're talking about. I know how to use ScreenFlow. All right. Do I expect everyone to buy that software, keep paying for updates, and learn how to use it? Or should I be learning how to use the YouTube editor because it's free, and then everyone that gets in, it's free? See, it's like, that's the change I got to make. And so when I make the,
Robert, you're such a giver. Oh God, thank you.
So talk about imagination, Deborah. I'll share one more thing with you. I'm posting a link right now for you guys all to have. Some of you that are watching my YouTube channel really, really close. Anil Ramtreater shared he said, have you ever heard of this guy? He contracted with Jim Rohn, and he made all these audios that were Jim Rohn saying his best lines, and the guy mixed them with music.
Wow.
Oh, no. And so I click on them. The very first ones are talking about imagination. And I'm going like, Thank you. You know, and this is the first one it said. It said, yeah, he said, it's amazing when you really, really imagine. He said, all of a sudden, my wife, I wanted a new home, and we had made the money for it. And so we walk out on the piece of property,
Uh,
and we go, do you see the 3-stall garage? And it's like, yeah, I do see the 3-stall garage. Do you see the fireplace? Yep. It's gonna have brick on one side, rock on the other, and the inside, beautiful rock. And then over here's the kitchen, and here's the view. Can you see the window? You know
yes.
what I mean? And I
Yeah.
just thought it is the first 3 or 4 I got through was imagine the possibilities. Imagine the possibilities. And I'm just going like, dang. So I used QuickTime on my Apple. I know Windows has their own product as well. And it's just amazing how fast I took that audio, recorded it on my screen, then put it into and brought in one picture and just threw it up. And for those of you that are watching it, just know that if you put it on your YouTube channel, you can't advertise or anything because it's going to give credit to the person that did the mix on it. And so, but I still wanted to share it with all you guys. So when you listen to the first two, Anil told me that I don't know when he found this, but I thought it was like, I don't remember how old it is, but like 16, 17 years old. So not any of his links on the YouTube don't work anymore. And so I wanted to reach out and thank him for doing it. And I just thought, man, that perfect timing, just perfect timing. You lean more in your imagination, and the stuff keeps coming
Which keeps you happy.
keeps you happy, keeps you focused, keeps you active. Yeah, definitely does.
Your unlimited built-in resource. You
Yeah,
know?
I love you,
So I
Deborah.
have no idea that Melody knows about. I have what I call a Holy Spirit tree. It's my Christmas tree with just white lights on it that, I pray to or look at. And, I was thinking of gifts of the Spirit, fruits of the Spirit. And so now I'm thinking of a blessing tree. And I can't write any right now with my injured hand, but I can draw apparently. Last week, I started drawing a tree while we were on AMA. I just sketched it real quick, like I did as a kid. And I want a children's version and adult, a little different. It's still just in my head, except for the tree, and where kids would either go up and pick out a leaf or they're going to go put them on, but each kid would be things about them that only God knows about them, like that they're courageous or kind or loving or whatever. It's just an idea of a blessing tree. So
I love that.
Yeah. So I also have talked about Be the Blessing. I would love to do a YouTube, start with Be the Blessing on my YouTube and see where I can go. And
You're gonna go far. You have seen
I did, which I haven't been in 6 years because I thought I was kind of like, I felt forced into learning online marketing. Now I see that I love the products. I buy couple, at least 400 a month about every month dollars, and everything's wonderful. It's just that to me now is an avenue to help you get to your dream.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the YouTube channel of Sally?
No.
We have a YouTube channel that I share with people, and her name is Sally, and she's 89 years old, and
Wow.
she just got her plaque for 1 million subscribers.
I think I've heard that from you before, but isn't that out of this world?
It's so crazy. So I will find that for you, and I will find that for you and just send it to you because I know it'll bless you.
Thank you. Well, I thought of something else before this call. I love, and I'm sure everyone does, your stories, like the one you told tonight. I love the pony story the most. Of course, the helicopter coming, and I sent you a helicopter and a boat, da 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 da. But now the pony with all, which one I mean. I don't want to describe it, but
Right.
what I'm thinking I'd like to do, we'll see how this goes in the future. And when I formulate a perfect idea, I hope it doesn't have to be perfect, but unique. Robert's Fables. Or stories by Robert Hollis. Just with like an
Oh,
with creation.
that's weird. I've heard this the second time today.
Oh, that must mean it should happen.
Yeah, because someone said when Anil sent me these things from Jim Rowan, he goes, Robert, has anybody ever taken your Hollisisms or your one-liners and did like a mix to it? And I went, no. I said that would be pretty cool. So
Yeah, that's the same idea. I'm thinking of the pictures with like the pony or the guy on trying to get out. They can send a pony, send a boat, whatever it is. Oh, I said that
Yeah.
wrong. Oh,
well, Deborah, you could just say, and no one has a problem with the word horse manure.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't think of the manure word. I was thinking of the more offensive word.
So, yeah. So I love you. Thank you for sharing all
I
this.
love you. Thank you,
I love you
Craig,
too.
for getting me on. Thank you, Robert. I love you. God bless everybody.
Love you and God bless you.
Thank you. It's nice seeing you at night.
Yeah. Love you.
Love
Bless you,
you.
Deborah. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
All right, Bill Shoemaker, let's go ahead, open up and share yourself with us, please.
The amazing facilitator of Unlimited Wisdom, Craig Jackman. You are amazing, brother. And
Bless you, my friend.
wow, Deborah, was that Deborah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy mackerel, Deborah, you're on fire.
That was-
really, she's like a little girl. It's just amazing. She's being like a child. So that's what we need to do. So,
Bill,
how
I
you
like your little backdrop. Holy cow.
Yeah, AI did that for me.
Isn't it
Thanks to
amazing what AI does that
Matthew's
way?
wisdom. And yeah, I was really excited about, Matthew said, whatever interests you, go to those people on YouTube and watch their videos. And
Yeah.
that's exactly what I did. And I've got so much information on health and what I'm doing right now. And I just wanted to reach out to Santa Corky. I messaged him on Messenger, but he did not return my message. And I know I can help you, brother. Let's do a Zoom together. I just wanted to reach out to him and tell him that because,
Excellent. And he's not there. So
well, I'm going to have to do it again. He was there a minute ago.
well, when we see him, we'll
I'll
make
get him.
sure
I'll
to
get him. Yeah, because I know I can help him. There's a lot of doctors out there that, I mean, what we put in our mouth is so important. It's just
Yeah.
crazy. But anyway, I'm excited.
What we put in our mouth is important, and what we say out of our mouth is important.
Equally, yeah. How we feed our brain, how we feed our body.
Crazy.
That's it. So
Well, I'm proud of you, Bill. Anything else?
no, everything's coming along, and like you said, you've given you still do the same thing with MDC, and I haven't quite got there yet, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there, and I'm excited about that as well.
I just know by building whatever's the whisper for you, and when you step into it, the audience that you're going to build from that is going to be people that are going to reach out to you and go, man, you told me, Bill, to get rid of stress, and I'm telling you right now, if I don't quit this job, I'm going to die.
Right. And also,
I'm lucky enough to have, some money in the bank, and I'm not hurting, but I need to find something that can just, that I could start doing that could supplement my income, and see, when people do that, I know how long it's going to take them to build a YouTube channel.
right.
And I also know that if people listen to me, they can make 10 grand a month their first month in MDC. So it's like if someone was in a desperate situation, I could share with them the Robert Hollis that made 10 grand his first, full month in MDC, and the Robert called / Bobby Hollis that had a cast on with no electricity that made 10 grand 37 years ago. It's the same damn formula.
Right. And I know the formula.
Yeah.
I know it. And
Yeah.
I just have
And
to
what
do
you'll
it
find,
my way.
Bill, is that the byproduct of how you're building health enaiders, because when you really have a video that in your heart would help people,
Right.
how hard is it to reach out to everyone you can find in social media and say, hey, I this gift would really bless you. You should take a look at it. And you're promoting your own video with wisdom that you learned that you apply.
Right.
Corky's here now. Yell out to him.
Corky, my brother, I just wanted to tell you that I reached out to you on Messenger on Facebook and you didn't reply. So I know we need to talk. We needed to do a Zoom together, brother.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. Let's
So-
do. Let's do.
So
Hopefully
let me
that
know.
would help my current situation. I don't know. I'd like to look into that.
I believe it will. I truly do. And I sent you my Zoom link, so you just click on the link and we can Zoom it anytime.
On Telegram, you sent that?
No, on Facebook Messenger.
Oh,
I see. You don't go on Facebook much, huh?
I don't much anymore. Facebook is just,
Well, I figured. I go, why didn't he reach out? I guess he's not on Facebook anymore. So Telegram's better for you, huh?
I see you here.
You have two profiles on Facebook. I've messaged
Right.
both of them.
You went to Corky Kinter, probably. That's
Corky Kinter and Santa Corky.
okay. Well, I got this one.
So anyway, well, let's imaginate together.
All right.
Yeah. Get
Right.
on and imagine. That's awesome.
Right.
Thank you, Bill.
All right.
Thank you, Corky.
Thank you, brother. Love you both.
Love you.
Bill, Corky, thank you so very much. All right, let's go ahead and bring in Kai. Go ahead, unmute yourself, Kai, and please share with us.
Hey, can everybody hear me all right?
Ken, Kai, how are you, man?
I'll be blessed and favored and is deeply loved. Sorry I was late. I came back from the gym and I'm still kind of sore right now. But it's kind of funny that I dropped in on the point where Corky was talking about the whole TikTok situation.
Right.
And it's really, really, I guess, synchronicity or divine timing, because earlier today, a friend of mine who is actually a media lawyer and I were talking about this matter, and we were analyzing all the situations between politics and social anxiety and everything else in between. And what I would like to say to Corky is, this too shall pass. Just think of it like the crypto wave. It went up, people went crazy, and all of a sudden, boom, it went down and it became a ghost town. Now it's coming back up because a lot of things is so new with TikTok that everything from politics to social anxiety to social media doesn't even know what the hell they're bloody talking about.
That's
Yeah.
exactly right. That's what the problem is they don't know how to identify. They don't know how to keep this monster controlled in a way
And the
in
sick thing
social
right
media on
now,
all platforms.
and the sick
And
thing right
there's
now
just-
is that
Yeah, there's just so much bribery going on for one way to the next.
it's beyond.
You don't
It's
know
beyond
what-
bribery.
Yeah.
There's a lot of political manipulation, propaganda. Now it's getting to the point of becoming race. I mean, it's flooding into the racism realm.
Really?
So, oh yes. We're not even going to go there. We're going to try to keep this positive. But what I have to say for your
I appreciate
situation is
that.
that, what I have to say for that situation is that this too shall pass, because everything is in such limbo right now that nobody even knows what is going to happen.
Right.
So take it in the light of way, like, well, this is almost like the whole crypto situation or the whole Facebook Meta upgrade, where all of a sudden Zuckerberg was taken to court, etc., etc. It too shall pass.
Right. Thank you.
I not only agree with you, Kai, on that. It's years ago when I met two of my mentors, and you guys heard a little bit of that. Man, they really, I know we hear this, but I don't think that everybody ever really believes it. But when you hear the concept to create your own universe or create your own world, are living heaven on earth. If you guys knew how much I believe in that, I create my own economy that no one can play with. Nobody. And then all of a sudden I get involved in MDC and I'm building an international business. And it's like, can you guys imagine having, it's not only this multiple stream kind of thing, but it's like when you start building all over the world, then you immediately start seeing that the things that might affect one country doesn't affect another country. But yet,
Absolutely.
but the people that believe that they're creating their own reality and they're not allowing anything to distract them. Because people ask me all the time, and no one can prove me wrong with what I'm going to say. For those of you that just really love to debate, the people that are know-it-alls, see, I know that I don't know. And I also know that you don't know.
Absolutely. And the fact is that
So,
we really don't know what's going to happen in the next 24,
yeah.
48 hours. Even like, for all we know, 3 months after, this is all BS.
Yeah, it's just the things that if you really, really asked yourself, man, did I ever believe that I would see this? And see,
Right.
you can get all these people that can make all kinds of concepts and all kinds of thoughts and ideas, and then all of a sudden you can go, man, and I will go negative just for a second, but I never ever thought that I would be watching a news clip and watching a bunch of cars zoom in on Raydale Drive, and all these people get out of their vehicles and start smashing windows of the most expensive stores in the world and just taking all this stuff and getting their cars and leaving.
Right.
If you had told me, one day you're going to see, you know, hundreds and 200, 300 people showing up in Raydale Drive in Beverly Hills and just destroying all the businesses and then getting in and driving away, I would go, you got to be out of your mind.
Or they've never ran into a Korean market.
Yeah. And so how does that happen? Well, no one realizes that there's no way you could orchestrate something like that without social media.
No.
It's true.
And so, you're starting to see both sides, the Luke Skywalkers of the world and the Darth Vaders of the world, all get to use the same technology at the same time.
Yeah.
And when has that not been part of history?
Oh, that's true.
You can go back to what happened to the Roman Empire. What happened to all these empires? And you'll see the same thing. It all of a sudden, it's the taxpayers that realize that there's an elite group of people that feel like they know more than them.
Right.
And then they start making decisions because the stupid people can't make decisions. And you only go so long in any relationship where you feel like you're not being heard before stuff starts happening. And it's like, I'm watching, like, how can you talk about free speech and then try to stop a company? And it's like, what? You know what I mean? So it's not just TikTok. There's certain apps in states like Montana and Texas that they're just telling people you can't be on there anymore.
You can't what now? What are they saying in Montana?
Oh, Montana and Texas just told everybody, hey, we're done with Pornhub. We don't need anybody on Pornhub.
Well, that takes away freedom of speech, freedom of
It's bizarre, so
not that
yeah, and
But-
I know that it's a sensitive subject, but how can you tell people that they can't do certain things in their life, while others, so right now people are moving to states where they have more rights than in other states.
right? I was
Because
looking at
because
Montana.
where all those criminals, where all those criminals broke into those buildings, none of those owners were allowed to have guns. And if they would have shot somebody in their business, they would have went to jail, not the person that was robbing them.
Mhm.
That's weird. That's weird. So you always hear that stuff. Hey, come to Texas and come to Montana and try to break into a store and rob it. There's a joke in Montana that we don't call the police or the sheriff. We call the coroner. And it's like my buddy across the street says technology has been around forever. I've protected my property with wireless protection since it was invented. I was looking at it and I go, wireless protection? He goes, yeah, that's been why. And it's like, I'm telling you guys what, man, when the guy across the street's got a cardboard cutout of Donald Trump, that's all I'll say. And so, yeah, it's bizarre. So, Kai, thank you for saying that. You're
Thank you, Kai.
absolutely right. So
It was just a really synchronized timing when I jumped on, and I was like, wait a minute, we were talking about this afternoon. And mind you, not trying to brag or anything, I actually have a media law background, so I actually know what's going. Have an idea of how all this is happening, and then on top of that, my friend Barbara, who was also practicing she's retired now, was a professor of IU in media law. So we were talking about the whole connection between TikTok, politics, and AI, and it was just like, and I'm just sitting here listening to her talk and thinking, this is exactly like the whole crypto chaos that happened a couple
internet,
months ago.
when internet started, what I mean?
Yes,
It's like no one remembers the dot-com bomb.
exactly.
No, wait a minute. I think I do remember that. That wasn't too long. So yeah, when new technology comes out, everybody jumps on it.
Yeah.
And
I
it's
mean, and
tough.
case in point, just like those few days that MDC got hacked, look how many people were freaking panicking and going crazy. And then what, 3 days after all that was done, back to normal.
Yeah, there was recently, I just sent Josh a deal where the largest healthcare biller got hacked.
Mm-hmm.
And that was supposed to be the thing that everybody still thought was private. You know what I mean? Well, at least they're not going to get my medical records. So, Kai, I love and appreciate you. Thank you for saying that. This too will pass. I know that you
Thank
guys
you.
want to find a cool video, put in Tom Hanks, this too will pass.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty funny because the way he says it is that he said, do you realize it's whether it's good or bad? So, sometimes you can have everything going great and you got 2 million subscribers on TikTok and you're making tens of thousands of dollars a month. It's like, it's sad that at that time you could be thinking, this too will pass.
And you think about it, if, like, say, for example, you jump from I'm just throwing out numbers here. You went from 2,000 to 200. It's like, oh, crap. But then you're at the same point, at the same different side of the coin. You just lost your competition. Your competition has gone bye-bye. Well, hello.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm here. I'm still here. Oh, jump right on. Your 200 could possibly become 6,000.
I love
it's
you.
Literally
Kai.
like playing. It's like playing the crypto.
Yeah. I love you, Kai. Craig, you're going to close us out. I know we got to get going right now. So I love you
if
guys.
we have,
go ahead.
Thank you, Kai. If we can have Jamie come on, Jamie did it again. He's got another poem that he shared in the chat, And Jamie, would you please read as we close out our inner circle? Would very much appreciate that.
Yes, sir. As we grow inside, letting go even if you cried, you looking to feel more freedom, join us in ultimate wisdom. Grow in your confidence and stopping fighting the resistance. Grow your following. Why? As you grow and help others, you will satisfy. Don't overthink and you can diversify. There is a few platforms. It don't have to be Spotify. As we grow and with determination, learning again how to use our imagination. We even have our own Santa and his elf helping us remember to love ourselves. Being in this group is so amazing. Great people always giving praising. So take that leap, go for that dream. No longer living just in that daydream. Remember to never stop. We will see you at the top.
Woo! Jamie, 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 Jamie. Thank you, brother. I love you, man.
Thank you. Love back at you.
You're gifted, man. Gifted, gifted, gifted. We'll have
Jamie,
to
thank
take
you
some of those
so
rhymes and give them with John Tier and some of the other Tom Booth and some of these other incredible Raymond. I think there's a lot of I was gonna say magicians, but you guys are
Musicians.
that too, aren't you? Yeah, musicians. So thank you, Craig. Sign us off. Love and appreciate you guys.
All right, love and appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for the links. If you're on YouTube, they'll be in the description below. You can also see them in the chat once the chat recycles and after everything is done. I'll go ahead and post all those links there. Plus, you can also download them from our Zoom channel if you're here with us on Zoom. Click the 3 dots on the meeting chat. It's to the right of the name of the chat, and then go ahead and click on Save Chat and it will download to you at the very conclusion of this presentation. Got to give shout outs for participation to Coach Bob Johnson, Santa Corky, Sandy Baker, Deborah Bronner, Kai Au, Bill Shoemaker, Jamie Romine, and Matt Hollis. Bless you, my friend. Thank you very, very much for being our executive producer. We couldn't do this without you. And most of all, thank each and every one of you for being here tonight. You are valuable members of our Unlimited Wisdom family. You are the inner circle. We love and appreciate you, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Don't forget, Saturday at noon p.m. Pacific, Ask Me Anything, and then Imaginators on Sunday, noon Pacific. So lots of great things coming up. Plus, don't forget to watch and share all the shorts that we share on our channel. It helps us grow and it helps us build our audience, and it helps spread the word to people with ears that hear. Until next time, please be good to yourselves. Be cash, bye-bye, and time to unmute everybody to say so long for now.
Hey, thank you,
Hasta la
Craig,
vista, everybody.
Robert.
Everybody, later, Gators. Thank you, everybody. Love you all.
Hey,
Love you all.
man.
Well,
You have a great
Lisa
night.
Marie,
Love you.
James,
Good night. Robert and Craig.
Right.
hey,
Night.
Mike, Raymond, Jay, Eric, man, I love your background. Nice.
Thank you.
Nice,
I
nice.
just need more light.
Raymond, yeah. Kelly, if you had a like button and a heart button, I'd be jamming on it. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Doctor. Deborah, Kai, Raymond again, and Melody.
Hi, Robert. Hi, Craig.
Good
I love you
night.
guys.
God bless.